Hi everyone, it's Erin here from Erin Elizabeth Designs. I wanted to take some time today to sit down and talk all things spring releases. So we are 2 full years of designing under my belt and on to year 3. I am so excited about that, and my personal growth in this stage of my life and as a cross-stitch designer has been amazing. I've taken some time to look back and go through different designs and things I've done, and I am very thrilled with the path that life is on for me right now. So I am extremely happy to be here and to be able to say that I'm going strong into year 3 and feeling really good about the direction of where my designing career is going. So thank you to everybody who has been here along the way, who is just joining now, whatever it might be, whether you're a shop that's chosen to support me, and stitchers who have chosen to be here, stitch my designs, and share your guys' sharing, liking, commenting, mentions. It all means a lot. That stuff may seem very small, but it really, really, truly does make a difference and mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. I am thrilled to be here and to share with you guys what I have today. So I have, for this spring releases coming, I have 10 new designs coming out. Very, very excited about them. And yeah, I've had a lot of questions. So we are in February. It is the busy Nashville season. So very exciting time to be in for the cross-stitch community. So Nashville Needlework Market is just getting going. All the sneak peeks are coming out. We're kind of past the sneak peeks now, to be honest. We're starting to see full releases. People are starting to need to get their pre-orders in, all of the things. So for my first 2 years of designing, my charts have been at Nashville. If you're a shop, you have probably already know this, but they have been, previously in the Dinky Dyes room. Dinky Dyes is one of my wholesalers. So for any shop, you can get my charts wholesale through Dinky Dyes. And when going to Nashville, we talk about going to Nashville. I have personally never been, but my charts have gone and are represented by Dinky Dyes. So this year, unfortunately, Dinky Dyes is not able to make it to Nashville, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have releases coming for spring. So I still have the 10 designs today to share with you that will be released with Dinky Dyes. So any local needlework shops or online needlework shops can get their orders in with Dinky Dyes. If you haven't received newsletter from them, or you're not on their newsletter list, please reach out to Dinky Dyes and get added to that so that you can keep up to date with all the information in regards of when new releases and stuff are coming out. So yeah, I think that I really wish I was included in all the Nashville buzz, but just isn't in the cards for this year. And like I say, I'm still designing and we still got lots of things to release to y'all. So they will be available. Like I say, Dinky Dyes will get them shipped out to the stores. So if you see anything today that you need to have, please don't hesitate to reach out to your needlework shops, your LNSs, or online shops, and request the charts through them. So for these ones, they will be released with Dinky Dyes just to start, and it'll be just the physical charts, so that all the shops get a chance to get them in and supply them to their customers first. At a later date, they will be available on my website as PDFs, and then also at a later date, they'll be available on ICG, which is my other wholesale avenue that I have my charts available. So I hope that is nice and clear for any shop owners, and then also for all my cross stitchers. If you see something you like and you need to get it, please go through your local needlework shops and get your charts that you need. Now, to the good stuff, I have, like I said, 10. So I have 4 winter designs that unfortunately they were supposed to be released around Christmas, but here in Canada, our postal was on strike. So the models unfortunately got hung up due to that, and there was no other alternative for shipping. So it's not a big deal. They're winter designs. They are here now, and I am still going to go ahead and release them this year. So because a lot of them are, well, 2 of them are part of like a series, and I have the spring ones ready too. So you're going to get 2 of those out of the series for both the winter and the spring. So that's really fun. And then I've got some new fresh springy stuff for you guys as well. So let's just get started. Like I said, I've got 10 designs, so hopefully this won't be too long. I'm not going to do any other like life catch-ups or what else has been going on stitching wise. I will just try and get here for another regular Flosstube hopefully next week. So today is just all about the spring releases. So here we go. First up we have Winter Tree. So this is an oval design. And as you guys know, this board I've done a few other designs on. It's a Paisleys and Polka Dots board, and I have other charts that fit this board. So this is kind of to continue in using these boards for you guys. Like I've done before, I have magnets on there, and then have these that we can interchange out. So I've done different like seasonal ones. I've got the bunny. Anyways, there's lots of other designs that do fit this board. And I will probably continue to do more designs to go on this board, because I love when you purchase a nice board like this that you can put in your home on display, that you can just switch in and out the designs so that you've got something fresh and new for the seasons or for the different holidays that come up. So this is Winter Tree, and I just want to make sure I have it on there good before I show you guys. And this was just a really fun, creative design, kind of more into that folk side of things. I had a lot of fun designing this one. And my model stitcher, Kimberly, loved stitching this. She did a beautiful job as always. So it's just a nice, beautiful, festive winter tree. So you see all the, there's quite a bit of like long stitches, back stitching in there in this one. And a lot of different colors and detail. So that is Winter Tree. It is stitched on 28 count Ren Lugana by Picture This Plus. And then, of course, to go with the oval, there is the round. So on the same board series, we have the round. And I like to do a design that kind of matches for both the round and the oval option. So this one is called Winter Deer. And it also is stitched on 28 count Ren Lugana by Picture This Plus. So that is a Winter Deer. I love that one. So cute. So same color palette and same kind of design that you could get them to go together, or you can do one or the other, depending on which board you have, if you only have one. So there we go. Winter tree and winter deer. All right, then next up we have our winter, which is part of this. I call it the pillow series because I've finished them all into little pillows. So if you remember, I had started this one with a summer pillow. It actually started, it was just going to be a one design, and well, actually not just one person, a couple people had asked, is there going to be the other seasons as well? And I kind of, yeah, I could do that. So here we are with winter. We've had summer and autumn already, and this is the winter. So we've got some snowflakes, the big beautiful trees, some snowmen, a little sled and tree, and then the little row of houses that says winter. So this series is actually, like, I love how these turned out. They are some of my favorites for sure. So this one is stitched on 32 count pearl gray Lugana. And that is, I love that color. The pearl gray, it just, that white is just popping off of there. It's got a nice cool base to these, this palette for winter, and it's just, I love it. I'm so, so happy with that. That one was also stitched by my model stitcher, Kimberly. And then I did a really long cut on this one by accident, but that's okay. I put this patch on it, and we've got our little buttons and a little charm that says believe. So I love the little extra, just that extra little detailing. It just adds a little extra charm to it. So yes, so that's winter. We're gonna go through these pretty quick, it feels. All right, next up we have, I think I've given you guys the information. Yeah, we got all the fabrics and everything. So next up is Hello Winter, which is part of my Hello series. So again, this one started with Hello Spring, that was featured in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. And again, it was never started with the intention of doing a series, but once you do one season, it's kind of like, let's just keep them going. People want all the seasons, which I totally get, because like I said with the other boards, when you have a placement for it, it's nice to just be able to grab that, take it out, and replace it with the next season. So here is Hello Winter. And I finished this just on a little board, added a little bit of greenery here and a little star, and it's just on there with a magnet. So this is Hello Winter, stitched on 14 count Cypress Ada by Fiber on a Whim, which is just that beautiful, like, greeny, grayed out green kind of. It's just so pretty. Really, really gives you that, like, cool winter feel to it. And then it does have some long stitching up here, which I think just adds such a delicate balance to it. So absolutely love it. Again, stitched by Kimberly. So beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So Hello Winter. All right. And then to continue on that, like I said, that one was the winter of that series originally started with the one that was featured in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. So this was the spring edition of last year, and this was the Hello Spring that was featured in there. So featured on one of Chantel's boards from 141 Designs. Yeah, and that was a really fun project to do for last year. So kind of one of those bucket list items to have a feature in a magazine. So that design itself is now going to be a general release. So here is my Hello Spring, and it is on the, it's stitched on, sorry, it is stitched on 28 count ice blue Lagana, and it is the snapshot display board from Chantel at 141 Designs. So when I was decided I was releasing this one this year, I reached out to Chantel, and she ever so nicely sent me one of the snap shot display boards. So beautiful finishing boards, easy to put together. Glued it together and painted it. Took me a while to nail down the color for mine, but I went with this nice sort of sagey green kind of tone. So one of my favorite colors for sure. And I just kind of did a couple layers of different colors in the same tone, and then just scuffed it up and left the background here darker. So really fun. I love this design. It really kind of looks like it's, she calls it the snapshot, and it does look like a Polaroid picture to me. So I was gonna do white, but then I decided I really loved the green. So I did just do a magnet on there so that I can use it for all of my different ones if I want to. So we now have, we started with Hello Spring in the magazine, and then we did Hello Summer, Hello Autumn, and now we have the Hello Winter, and the Hello Spring is finally being released. So I've had lots of people asking, when will it be? It is here now. And then I did put my bow down here on a magnet as well, so I could easily do a little like greenery or something, a bow for the winter one here. But doesn't that look really pretty with that color too on there? So I love this display board. Thanks again, Chantel, for sending these along. And yeah, I'm so thrilled to finally have that one being generally released for you guys. And I told you what it was stitched on. Yes. So if you did not get a chance to get the chart from the magazine, it is now time you can get it. I love it on that blue. It's just so bright and cheerful for spring, which I don't know about you guys, but the winter has been long, so I am very excited to have spring designs coming out now. It's nice time of year to start stitching all the bright, cheerful stuff. Okay, and next up we have spring, the spring pillow. So this one is called Spring, and it is, I could not be happier with how this one turned out as well. So we've got, look at those colors in there. I just love this palette. It is beautiful. We got our chocolate little bunnies with their white cottontails, and then some beautiful spring florals, your white picket fence, and some really cheerful spring houses. Of course, your trees with the new blossoms on there. So this one is stitched on 32 count light taupe Lugana. Those colors are just everything. I definitely want to do more in this color palette because they are so pretty. So that is spring. For these ones, I did quite a tight margin around, and I stuffed them nice and full. So sometimes I feel they are a little, like when I'm showing them, it's hard to get the whole picture of the design in there, but when it's in a bowl, it just shows really nice. So there you go. And then the back, I put this pretty little pink polka dot on there, and I did a little flower with a button and a little leaf kind of to cover up that hole that I cut. I love to do the slit back because my corners just turn out nice. I don't have to do the invisible stitching afterwards, and I just find it to be easier to whip stitch this up and then cover it with some felt. So sometimes I do the little decorative and sometimes it's just a patch. And then as always, I've got the little like buttons and charms on there. Whoop. Yeah. So nice, beautiful spring design. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Again, I don't think I said on the last one, these ones were all stitched by Kimberly, my model stitcher. So thank you, Kimberly. As always, your stitching is impeccable. And that is the 2 springs. So that finishes up both of those series. So we now have our completed Hello Spring. This one, sorry you guys, I forgot to mention, this is, I think I just said Hello Spring. This is called Hello Spring Again because I already had a chart named Hello Spring. When it was released in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, it was called All Things Spring. But I figured Hello Spring Again would be kind of a fun play because it is the second time it's being released, and yeah, it's just kind of a different way to approach that because it's in, I already had the Hello Spring. So I reached out to my group of friends and in the cross stitch community and said, hey you guys, I have a dilemma. What should I, I can't name it Hello Spring, but what do you think? And they kind of came to the consensus Hello Spring Again was a nice play on, a little play on words too, for because it's coming out again. So, and spring is going to be here again soon, hopefully. I'm desperately waiting for it. But those are the finish ups for both of those series. So I hope you guys love those ones. I hope they meet all your wants and desires with that series, because I know people have been asking, and a lot of people were like, hey, winter came and gone, like what happened to those designs? So that's what happened. They got held up in the mail. They didn't, luckily they didn't get like stuck in the mail. I just got Kimberly to hold off on mailing them back until that kind of got going again. So thankfully everything is back up and running smoothly. So thankfully, the things you don't think of until we don't have access to them, right? But yes, okay. Moving onwards. So it would not be spring releases, a new chunk of releases without having a tier. So we have Lemon Tier, which has been requested, but was always on my list of ones to do. So I finally am here to release it, and this is Lemon Tier. This one I finished in just a frame with the rounded top, and I love how that kind of fills out with the tier. It's just kind of a nice, this is a 5x7 frame, and it's just a nice to have that arch to kind of frame it out at the top there. But this is Lemon Tier, and so it is a nice fresh design. I love this color palette. It's just perfect for, love it, love it, love it, love it. So we have a nice little lemonade stand, a little jar of lemonade, a lemon cake, a little slice and floral, and then the fresh squeeze, a little jar of lemon marmalade, and planting some extra lemons here. Isn't that just, I love, love, love the colors. So I hope for all the lemon people out there that have been requesting a lemon one, that this does the trick for you and that you are happy with this one, because I think it's just the cutest little thing. So I cannot wait to see all those lemon displays. And I do have other things coming in the lemons in this same color palette. So one more that's being released now, another one that'll be released later. So that is Lemon Tier. Let me get back to it and tell you what it's stitched on. So Lemon Tear is stitched on 14 count Ale Ada by Picture This Plus. And again, stitched by Kimberly. All right. So we have next up, which is also in the lemon theme. So we have got Lemon Home. And this one is stitched on 32 count Sage Green Lugana. So I have a couple of these, the Home series, where I have one with a beehive and one with a watermelon. And this is the Lemon Home. So just a cute, fresh design. Again, look at those colors. I love a polka dot. So I've got the polka dots on the letters this time around, and some beautiful florals in those same colors. And then of course your lemon slices, the O. This one I finished on a canvas. So I've shared with you guys before how I take the block canvas and then do the stitch on a mat board and then just sandwich it on the front of that. So I've got the block canvas, a paint canvas, wrapped in fabric, and then the home is mounted on the top. So, and then I've got a pom-pom, just white pom-pom around, and some florals that kind of match the palette on the top. And then that way it just sits on your shelf, and super cute. Love it. Love how this one came out. Could not be happier with that. So that is Lemon Home and 32 count Sage Green Lugana. So also so far, sorry I didn't mention, but all of these designs so far have all been DMC. So I only have one design that's being released out of the 10 that is with Dinky Dyes Silks. Otherwise everything is DMC. So there we go. Lemon Home. All right. And then we have this one. Is called Spring Shows Us. And this is the one with Dinky Dyes Silks. It is stitched on a 36 count smoke blue and linen. And this is one strand of Dinky Dyes silk over 2 linen threads on 36 count. And it says, spring shows us that everything finds its way. And I love that saying. Love it. So this is kind of in following with the Fall is Beautiful one that I put out last year. So this is a spring kind of version of it, you know, the inspirational quote kind of side of things. I adore this color palette. One of my favorites yet. Just love it. So we've got the beautiful floral blossoms around the edge there. You've got the beautiful little house in a bowl, and again more blossoms. And then I love the quote. And then down here is to kind of mimic a lace trim. So this one I went back and forth. I thought I had the perfect size frame for it, and then as I went to go do it, I realized it was not, in fact, gonna work. So this is an 8x10 frame, one that I found at a thrift shop, and then it was a gold frame to start. I went around, I just painted a couple layers of paint on top and then scuffed it up a little bit. And I loved it very, very much, but there was a little bit too much spacing through here. So I tried a few different things, kind of thought about matting it on a board within the frame with fabric behind. I looked and looked for the perfect trim, couldn't find anything. And then I realized I had this ribbon that I just picked up at Michael's that was absolutely perfect. So I just went and I kind of sewed it together in the corners there and wrapped, like made a frame mat of it around. So I just think that adds this extra little detail and kind of finishes it off to be a bit of a tighter frame. Really makes the pinks in this piece pop. We've got two different like pink threads in there, and then there's the cream and the charcoal as well, and green. So with the yellows, just beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different threads for that one. So 5 different Dinky Dice silks. I love it. I hope you guys love this one just as much because it is one of my favorites. So this is one that I stitched up, and I absolutely loved stitching every little piece of it. I will say this one I didn't leave enough fabric on the two sides. I would have if I would have actually started it in the right spot, but I started it with a little too tight of a margin for the size of frame I ended up going with. So I ended up putting just some extra fabric on it, and I've got to say that I actually preferred stretching it on the board with the extra fabric. I felt like, because with linen, whenever I do stretching, if I pull too tight, you can almost see like where the little threads are kind of in the linen. Sometimes you can kind of see like a little pucker every once in a while where it's being pulled, and I felt like I could really stretch it out, like get it on there good without compromising the stitch at all. Like, so I think I might actually start doing that with most of my finishes now, because it just seemed to go on so much easier. So I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or experienced that, but I thought it was wonderful. So that is Spring Shows Us. And well, I do have the model stitched up in Dinky Dye Silks. There will be a DMC conversion available in the chart as well for you guys. All right, so that brings us to number 9 already. Last I have is Birds in Nature, Sparrow. So this is Birds in Nature, Sparrow. And I could not be happier with how this one turned out. So I really, with this design, I really wanted to try and capture something that represents like a real piece of art, like for the way I would approach to do like a painting or anything of such. So sometimes in painting, I'll sketch out a design and then go in with the paints and paint, and it might not be like a full complete painting project. And I really wanted to try and capture that like as if it was something out of a work in progress book. So essentially I wanted it to kind of look like it had been sketched and then gone in and finished out the design, the painting, and that. So in that here is sort of that sketching flow of it, where the paints kind of are a little bit more solid and come out into like your undertoning of the sketching or paint. And then we've got more the actual study of the bird being in a solid finish of a paint, and then you know you've got the nature aspects in there as well that have come to life. But that's sort of what I was trying to capture, is like what I would put together for in some of my artwork. you know, the process of it, where I sketch it out and then kind of go in maybe with a few like lighter tones of color and kind of map out different areas and things. And then, you know, you go in either with your pencils or paints and kind of like fill in the more detailed. And so the true inside workings of the subject in the canvas is really concentrated with the detail and the full-on painting and really brought to life. And some of the aspects never really come full into that same kind of detail. So that's essentially where the inspiration of this one came from. One of my sketchbooks and kind of that aspect of how art kind of comes to life. And I really wanted it to be like a full, beautiful piece that looks like a canvas, like a piece of artwork that we can hang on our wall and have up for display, but that comes to life with everyone's stitching. So there is some long stitches and back stitch in that detailing up here to kind of give more of that like pencil work in there. And then you can see like there's lots of little tones of the sketching, painting in there. So I hope that comes across to everybody, like that makes sense what I was trying to kind of encapsulate in this one. So see how we've got like lighter, I really wanted this to just be more delicate, light, the first workings. So when I approach a piece of art, that's sort of how I work, where it's the general sketch and then go back in and we fill in. I think that's a pretty normal approach for artwork, is the sketching and then, you know, you start building in layers is essentially what I'm trying to say. So I could not be more thrilled with how this came together, and I really hope everybody loves it just as much. I'm very, very proud of this piece. I really feel like I was able to take my drawing background and encapsulate it in stitches and really bring a real piece of who I am to the fabric thread world that I am now ingrained in. So I just can't wait to continue doing more pieces like this. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit more up close in detail. So as we go through, like you can kind of see there's some like little doodling still kind of in there, and then we get into a little bit more detailing, and then you've got the bird that is just a true fully finished piece. And then, like I say, it kind of like flutters out into the background, like kind of softly blends out. And again, then we just kind of have it like delicately fading out with different undertones. I'm going to get up nice and close so you can really see the different layers in there. So this is called Birds in Nature Sparrow, and I'm hoping to continue this as a series. So this is just the first installment of this kind of stylized bird. So this one is stitched on 14 count Dirty Ada, and has a real soft palette. I really like these details. I just want it to be kind of more like a background, like lacing kind of feel detail on there, and I'm just so thrilled with how this one came together. And I did the stitching for this one, and like I say, I really do truly feel like as I was putting this one together, I could like feel and see the aspects of you know, painting it out. So it was really fun to take that drawing and painting to a stitch format for you guys. So I hope you all love this, and yeah, like I say, I'm really truly proud of how this one came together, and I hope it resonates with people and that they see that passion and creativity that I brought to it, and enjoy it and want to stitch it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Which one's your favorite? Which is your must-have of them? All the good things. I think that's all I have for you guys today. I think I gave you all the details you needed. If there's anything I missed, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will be happy to get back to you. And yes, let me know which ones are your favorites. I would love to know. I hope you guys are happy with what I brought to the table for spring, and we're just getting the year started. So there's so much more to come. I cannot wait to see where year 3 brings us. And again, I truly, truly want to thank everybody for being here for this journey of mine, supporting me and becoming my stitchy friends. This community is wonderful. It has been such a bright light in my life, and I thank you guys, truly. I can't wait. I gotta get back to designing now because the inspiration is like full force. I've been itching to get these ones out to you guys so that I can get moving forward, because I'm just very, very excited about where we're gonna go this year. So I will be back with you guys, hopefully, like I said, sometime soon, so that I can catch up and give you all the rundown of everything else. I did manage to keep this one fairly short, so there's that. Now I feel like I'm kind of rambling, almost as if I didn't do it long enough. So there we go. Again, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. These designs will be all available wholesale through Dinky Dyes, so look for them in your needlework shops. And if there are certain ones that you just can't live without, please make sure to order them through your needlework shop of choice. Thank you so much. Happy stitching to everybody, and I'll talk to you soon.